Welcome, all you lovely goblins and ghouls of the internet. I am Hanyo, the demonic cinephile, and I just got done watching Sick. Now, Sick is a new horror movie, a new slasher. It just came on Peacock about a week ago, I want to say, because I did watch it a few days ago. I watched it a few days ago. I didn't do the review then, but I'd be honest, I wasn't fully paying attention to it. I was doing something else on the computer, and I was like, I need to get this another watch through. Because I was watching it, and it's like, this is fun, but I don't really know how to feel about it. So I watched it a second time, watched it with my mom. She loved it. For the most part, she was, it all freaked her out. I'm still very much in the same opinion that I didn't hate this film. I actually had a good time with it, but I don't think I enjoyed it or loved it. Best word to say. Um, Sick is produced and written by the great Kevin Williamson. If you don't know who Kevin Williamson is, he is the same guy who worked on the for the first two Scream movies, and the fourth Scream movie was Craven. He was also one of the main producers on The Vampire Diaries before it went awful and unwatchable. Unwatchable. What's wrong with my voice? So yeah, we got a great, Kevin Williamson was on the film, and you can actually not to be rude, typecast him, but you can see a little bit of that. It does have a very screamish feel because the killer calling the people on the phones, the stalking them. It did have a little bit of a scream feel to it. Like you can almost probably put in some ghost face lines over the killer. It kind of fit. For the main story of the film is though it's taking place in early 2020, like basically right when the pandemic kind of started, when everything was closing down and people were barricading themselves indoors. And we follow these two girls who go up to one of the who are her parents' cabin, to basically quarantine in style. And after late the night, a mass killer breaks in to stalk the girls and hunt them down. It turns into a home invasion movie. Um, and this is the one thing that I didn't was no. This is the one thing that I was scared about when this film was. First heard about this movie was that it was sick. It was going to be about the pandemic and play with that because I don't like it when movies get very agenda driven or political. Not to say that you cannot have those films in it. Not at all. Not at all. I just hate it when when a movie basically stops being a movie and turns into a sermon. And that's what I was saying. That's what I thought this film was going to be, and it really wasn't. This film is Kevin Williamson being his best. Him playing with satire and meta commentary. Is him poking fun at both sides of the aisles. Because how everyone was just so extreme about it. Back when the pandemic first started, there's so people so extreme about staying indoors and follow rules, and there's so many people who are extreme about effing the rules and doing this and that. Which I guess it depends on your experience during the pandemic. Not trying to say anything, but for me, I didn't really know anybody who was strongly affected by COVID. Um, so this is probably more fun for me if it was someone who had a bad experience with COVID, who actually had COVID or, God forbid, lost someone from it. Yeah, I do want to give a nice little heads out to the production team for this real quick. Let me see. Okay, cinematography was by Yaron Levy. Whoever you are, good job. The cinematography was one of the best aspects of this film, besides the fun little commentary at the end of the film. Like we had these nice, good shots of the cabin. Like we see it when they drive out their college. You get this nice little not tracking shot. The camera, it pans up. You get this nice little big bird's eye view of the mountainside. You get this lovely shot of them on the dock of their little lake. Yeah, we get a lot. Yeah, we get a lot of nice shots in this film. And I do want to say that it wasn't for the cinematographer, and I guess also the director. I probably wouldn't have liked this as much if I did. I also want to go to the fight scenes. There are the first spoiler. First kill in the movie has this awesome little fight between this man and the killer, and it was for the most part I want to say a one shot because I did not see the camera break between the action, but there's probably I saw a little parts where it could have broke, and that's like my little trained filmmaker eye. You can see those little spots where it probably was a cut, and that was really not cool. Yeah, but in terms of the blood and violence, this is very nasty, very very bloody. So if you love blood, you love blood, you love the gore. Nice and practical effects. I don't think there's any CGI in here, as far as I can recall. You'll really like it. There's this awesome little fire stunt at the end of the film, which is which is hilarious. I'd say it was kind of funny. Nah. When it comes to Kevin Williamson's writing, we always got the same kind of similar characters, little snarky characters. Like you can feel a little bit of scream-isms in these characters. So I don't want to say they're not saying they're the worst characters, but they made me feel there was nothing fun or special about them. The killers though, the killers at the end, spoiler killers, they were a bit funny. They were I liked how the certainty of their resolve, of their reasoning for attacking these girls because of COVID. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's just because of COVID. Well, I did say that I'm glad it didn't turn into like a preachy film because of whoever something someone may want to say or think about the film. I do say they could have done a little bit more. Yeah, you watch. I think it's in the trailer, but there's a scene where one of the girls is trying to escape. She goes to this woman's car, and one was like, "Where's your mask? Put on the mask before you get into my car." That was very funny and absurd. I thought there could have been more of that to a bit of a stint. For in the first part of the film, the first victim, instead of spoiler, he tries to go to escape the killer, but going through the front door. There's a window right behind him. There could have been a very fun moment where he could have went out, look out the window, start screaming for help, and people are just ignoring him. They're like, or saying something like, "Hey, get out here!" Like, why are you yelling? Like, we're all quarantined too. Like, stop making a fuss or something. I know I'm not making a good example, but I think there could have been something fun there, and I think that was a missed opportunity, especially for the type of meta humor the film was trying to go for. I also want to say I do like the very much appreciation of zero jump scares, zero big stings at the end of whenever the killer is shown. It's very creepy, very very subtle. Like the killer is just there. There's no loud stings. It does not very claustrophobic, but it does show you just how smart the killer is, how they can just get in and out whenever they want to, how they are just not seen. And I'm trying to think back. I think there was a little bit like that in Scream. No, I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about something else, but no, it did give me a very Strangers type of vibe, like how the first Stranger was trying to present itself. Like not a lot of jump scares. It's just the intruder in the background, and we're just holding on it, and it's just building up your anxiety, your attention. Should you see Sick? Um, if you have a Peacock account or you have a friend who has a Peacock account, I say go see Sick. I say go see. I say go sit down and watch it. I think you'll have a good time. Like it depends on your experience with COVID, but I think you might have a good time with this. It's yeah, like I said, the performances are good. The comedy is a little. I don't think it's a little. I don't think it's cringy, but it gave me a little chuckle here and there. The ending is absurd, and I love it. And the gore and action cinematography is perfect. Which I always want to say, wonder why they didn't release this in theaters. This would have been a very fun film to see in theaters, especially with an audience who just jumps and scares at every little reaction of the killers and the screams. I think there's a missed opportunity. This could have been a very fun theater experience. But like I said, if you do have Peacock, sit down and watch it. It's only an hour and a half long. It's not that long. I think you have a good time. But did you see Sick? Did you like Sick? Did you thought it was fun? Did you thought it was stupid? Did the meta commentary work for you? Comment below and let me know. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, please hit that red subscribe button down below. I very appreciate it. And till then, I'll see you later. Bye bye.